I think we're live. I hope. The Houston Dynamo versus LAFC Watchalong. But I need to check my YouTube to see if I'm live. I am live. I think that's true. That was ball, by the way. It's pretty good. Why do I have 2 slashes in the title? I just noticed. I'm gonna be back really quickly. Why did my tablet turn off that fast? Do this. So, honestly don't know if anyone's gonna be here for it, but today I'm gonna be doing a live watch along for the Dynamo versus LAFC. So, in goal for the Dynamo we have Jonathan Bond. At right wing back we have Dwayne Holmes. Oh, this I can watch now. At center backs we've got Eric Sviatchenko, Antonio Carlos, Lucas Halter, and at left wing back we've got Lawrence Anali. That rounds out the defense. In the midfield, we've got Jack McGlynn and Agustin Buzat. In the cams, we've got Mateus Bogas and Guilherme. In that striker, we've got Andre Linger. At right wing back, we have, for LAFC, we have Hugo Lloris in goal, Palencia at right back, Proteas and Tafari. Why am I getting someone saying hi? Fuentes and Tafari at center back, Segura at left back, Stacchio and Delgado in the midfield, Tillman at cam, Martinez and Bawanga on the wings, and Sun at striker. Zenit Sudits, P9H. Hi, if I said your name right or wrong, I don't even know. I said hi like 3 times too. Am I getting botted? I have 23 viewers according to my thing. Okay, now it's gone down to 18. Apparently I have a lot of viewers. I'm gonna go back into YouTube on my tablet just to see how it looks. Nothing's coming up on my tablet for some reason. Fine. Alright. So for this game, for the Dynamo, I think it's just keep LAFC out and get a lucky goal. I don't know how you're going to get that, especially when you have 7 substitutes and 2 of them are goalkeepers. It's not looking good, but gotta try. Questions for me while I wait? Can you hear me? I might have to use my tablet to see if I can hear myself. Alright. Why aren't you turning up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can barely hear myself. I hope you can hear me. Oh, I just turned everything up. Okay, now it's a lot better. Prism says 5, my YouTube says I have 1. I don't know what that means. Match is about to start in 2 minutes. Not really. Like, the broadcast will truly start in like 2 minutes. Actually 1 minute. And then the game starts about 7:39. I'm bleeding. Nice. I'll just make sure to cover the blood. I really think our defense has gotta have to be top tier, just amazing today. If we can do to what Real España did to LAFC in the first half, then I think we win. If we don't, we're not gonna win. If we can't keep them. If it's like the first half of Miami, didn't LAFC lead in the first half? I mean, we'd have to do what we did against Chicago and come back. And win 2-1. There's a new cover press song out, which is really good. It's called Automatic. It's by it's Holvy's song though. Connor's just on it. It's really good. Holly said, "Get back to me." I did it automatically. It's like in my head, just that line from Connor. The end of his verse. His intro, I see on Apple TV if you're not watching with me. And you're just listening. Or you may be listening to Alex Parra. I understand if you do that. He's more qualified than I am. This does not look like Houston. Is it because it's blurry? That might make sense. A ton of Sun jerseys, I see. Oh gosh, they're showing. They're showing Bouanga, and I think that's Segura. I'm not gonna do well with the LAFC players today, so bear with me. Last week, I was gonna do a Chicago stream, but I had a sore throat. So now they're showing lineups on screen. Jonathan Bond in goal. Lucas Halter. This is not a back four. Lucas Halter, Antonio Carlos, Eric Sviatchenko, and Dwayne Holmes, Lawrence Anali, Agustin Buzat, and Jack McGlynn, Guilherme, Andre Linger, and Mateus Bogas. Anali moves back here. Buzat and McGlynn a little central. Everything in the back line moves a bit more to the right. And then we get it right. In goal for LAFC, we have Hugo Lloris, one of my favorite players of all time, Eddie Segura, Ryan Cortés, Nikosi Tafari, and Sergi Palencia. Timothy Tillman, Stefan Isakio, Marky Delgado, Timothy Tillman, we have Denny Bouanga, and Heung-min Son, and David Martinez. Which David Martinez, or actually Ben Olsen called, or said that he's a fan of David Martinez. Said Juan Guerrera helped a lot with that. Players to watch, it's gotta be Guilherme, and it is. For LAFC, it's gotta be Heung-min Son. Or it's gonna be Denny Bouanga. Or it's just gonna be a random, just, David Martinez. Or Timothy Tillman. It's not Hugo Lloris, I'll tell you that. It is Son Heung-min. Please call him Heung-min Son. That's what I usually do. assist and 3 key passes in 3-0 win over Inter Miami last week. Players are coming out of the tunnel now with 5 minutes till kickoff. Led by Antonio Carlos and Hugo Lloris. Kickoff in any minute now. Or any minute now? In the next 5 minutes. Actually, in 5 minutes. Alright. There's Lloris and LAFC. They're now in the tunnel. What is Ref Freeman doing in the tunnel? Oh, I think they all are doing that. That makes sense. I see a ton of Tottenham jerseys and a ton of Asians. It's only Hispanics and Asians. It's literally Kurt Sun versus City of Houston. Dynamo enter the field with LAFC now. Let's go Dynamo. Two. 'I apparently have no one in my stream. That's so sad. One person joined. Two minutes until kickoff in Houston. No one in my stream, but kickoff in a minute. any second now, the game will start. Still in ads though. Let's go Dynamo. We gotta win this. It'd be great to start the season at 2-0-0. So, if anyone's watching, are you win, draw, loss, or win, loss, draw? American or non-American? I'm American, but I prefer win, draw, loss. So I guess I'm not American. Any minute, MLS. It's 7:40. Have we kicked off yet? Win probabilities 45.2% minus 115 odds to Houston's 29% plus 255 odds. 270, I don't even remember what LAFC's number was, so I couldn't even get to see the draw. John Freeman, our ref, I remember he was our referee for the US Open Cup final. Nicaragua, Rhett Hamel, and Armando Villarreal is our other refs. Carol Ann Chenard and Craig Larry are the refs. They're showing Sun right here, and now they're showing Bogusz. We are in our mission control purple, dark blue, and orange kits. Wonga and I think Segura goes and hugs Bogusz. It's been a while since they've seen him. And Sun gets us underway. Kick, I don't even know, by Delgado to Palencia, Tafari, Segura goes to Tafari. Tafari goes along over the top towards, I don't even know, Palencia, Sun. We haven't touched the ball once. Fortress. Buanga. Or that was Delgado. Martinez. Brings the ball from, well, Andre Linger is the striker. Tafari. Goes to Segura. Palencia. To Fortress to Tafari. To Palencia. To Eustachio. Tafari holds onto the ball for a bit. There's not much else to talk about. And then Sun, hold the play. It's won back by the Dynamo. And Sviatchenko, and it's won back by Lafc. Segura. Princess. Tafari. I don't even know if that was Buanga. Into Sun, or not. Halter gets it and puts it up for throwing. Goes back to Segura. To Tafari on the halfway line. Segura. Tafari. Press. Ball's gonna find Palencia. Martinez. And Eustachio. Segura. Buanga. Taking on Dwayne Holmes. This is crazy. Tackled by Carlos. And Bogusz has it. Goes backwards. Is Dwayne Holmes going to be able to hold on to it? is he? Bond goes long. I think they kept it in. Linger tries to press. Is Tafari. Protest. Tafari. Passes to Pertwes. To Palencia. To Martinez. Bozat tries to tackle. Martinez against Halter, speeding him. Cross comes in, cleared out, and Palencia gets a chance, but he just skies it into nowhere. Alright, goal kick for the Dynamo. Let's hope we can get some possession against the side managed by Mark Dos Santos. Dwayne Holmes gets a chance to play through. He doesn't. Keeps dribbling. Crosses and it's blocked. There was no one in the box, so I don't even know what he was looking for. I have a viewer apparently. That's cool. That's cool. Dwayne Holmes taking the throw in here to Jack, Sviatchenko, to McGlynn, to Boza, and it's just a bad pass looking for an ollie. It's a goal kick for LAFC and Hugo Lloris. Get a little bit of ball. Lloris. Pressed by Linger. Tafari. Can Bozak get to it? Sviatchenko. McGlynn. Linger. Bogusz. Back to Holmes. We have a lot of the ball here now. Carlos. Finds Jack into Holmes in a lot of space. Bogusz ahead of him to his right. He goes to Bogusz, he crosses and it finds Guilherme. And he shoots and it's blocked and out for a corner for Houston Dynamo and Guilherme. They're showing Ben Olsen on the bench right now, the head coach of my team, Houston Dynamo, the team I'm commentating for. Really excited for this one. Don't have much to talk about. I wish I had things to talk about. Guilherme. Corner on his right. Sviatchenko headed and away by Pertwes and out for a corner for Guilherme to take. Carlos's header, and I think it went to Sviatchenko and he headed it, and it was, and Pertwes just dived and put it out for a corner. Guilherme. We have a problem here with Segura and Halter. Number 4 and 5. 4 of LAFC, 5 of the Houston Dynamo. Corner taken. Jack shoots and it's blocked. Jack puts it back in. Headed up, I don't even know with who. LAFC is going to want to throw in, I think. Delgado will see it out. Oh, we want it. An ollie. Halter. Jack. Just gets it to Carlos. For options, Sviatchenko. To Holmes. Tries to get it through. It doesn't. And Bouanga will take it. Tillman. Delgado. Buwanga. Tafari. Pertwes. Delgado. Sakio. Martinez with a lot of space. He goes down. They don't call a foul. Looks like it's a throw-in for the Dynamo. Or no, Sakio. Segura. Buwanga. This game has not been going super good for the Dynamo, but we've had a bit of possession. Sakio gets this into Buwanga. It's Tillman. Ignore me. Tafari. Pertwes. Palencia gets the ball, but in an offside position. So the Dynamo will get a free kick here. They're showing Mark Dos Santos, the head coach, who was promoted from assistant coach of LAFC to head coach of LAFC. Here's Segura to Delgado to Eustakio. Looking around and has to go to Delgado. Segura to Delgado. After Tillman had to come back and get some help. I have to give some help. Tafari. Petres. And Tafari. This is it. Through the lines to Delgado. Tafari. Segura to Tillman. Tillman just gets it in between the legs of Mati Boga. Here's, I can't even remember, Isakia to Delgado to Buwanga, and a little bit of passing there from LAFC. Tafari. Pertwes. They've had a lot of possession in this space. David Martinez. And Pertwes with the ball. Tafari. 10 minutes gone. Tafari to Segura to Buwanga, taking on Holmes. And he can't get it to Bogusz, but he does get a nick that. I don't even remember. Tafari to Pertwes. Goes along over the top towards Sun. Headed away by Antonio Carlos. Buwanga goes into Eustakio and Delgado and Segura to Delgado. Tafari goes over the top towards Buwanga. He gets Buwanga, he skies it over the bar. I need some water. I'm going to try and drink every 10 minutes. Jonathan Bond with the ball. Has to get out of pressure by passing to Jack. Sviatchenko. And it goes off of Buwanga for a throw-in. Holmes. Sun stopped, and Martinez goes for goal, and it is wide, and it curves around the net. I think the best shot so far is probably Jack's side volley, or actually I guess it's a half volley, and how that works. Bond goes long, and it goes out around the halfway line, throw-in for LAFC. Segura takes it quick to Delgado. Pertwes and Segura. Tafari has to go back to the keeper. Lloris, Pertwes, Palencia. Gets out of press through Martinez. Switches the field. Here's Segura with a lot of space. Buonga against Holmes. And Holmes is going to be able to recover after a mistake. Holmes goes long. Linger pushed by Delgado, and I think it's Eustakio, and the Dynamo will win a free kick. Alright, so 14 minutes gone. Pretty LAFC have had more of the ball this game. They look like the better team, but we all knew that this is going to be exactly this, pretty much. I'm just hoping we can get some more possession. Jack to Sviatchenko. He was about to go to Holmes, but he gets closed down. Jack to Carlos. Carlos looking and finds Halter. Guilherme. Denali ahead of him. Guilherme to Carlos and Halter. Halter looking. Forced to go back to Carlos. Carlos looking for his options. To Jack. To Bozak. Back to Jack. Jack goes through a line-breaking ball to Bogusz. Goes over the top to Dwayne Holmes. Can he get there? He can. He can cut it back, and Segura is going to get a touch, which is going to put us in a very deep throw-in. Alright, so Dwayne Holmes is going to take this throw-in here. A lot of guys in the middle for the Dynamo trying to get a goal off of this. Carlos, Halter, Sviatchenko, Linger, Guilherme, and Bogusz all in the box. Jack, Buzat, and Anali all outside the box. Rowan comes in, headed up by Halter, Sviatchenko. It's going to be cleared by Mwanga, and a throw-in for the Dynamo. Another throw-in for Holmes. A throw-in. This is going to be another long throw-in. Numbers in the box for the Dynamo. Comes in. It's cleared by Eustakio. And out for another one. And Holmes takes a quick throw-in. Bogusz crosses. Headed away by Eustakio. Jack McGlynn crosses. Back post. Carlos. Saved. Guilherme still has it. Crosses. It's blocked. Linger tries to shoot. Doesn't get his angle. And he gets tackled. That's horse collar. That should be a red. For Eustakio. Free kick here, though. Look at this cross from Jack. Hits the head of Carlos, and it hits the chest of Hugo Lloris. Linger gets there, and he just gets dived onto by Eustakio. Apparently, they gave a free kick against the Dynamo, which I don't know how that's possible. He literally got dived onto by Eustakio. And Ollie. Delgado. Tillman to Buonga out wide. He's against Dwayne Holmes, who's not naturally the right wing back. Crosses. Cleared by Antonio Carlos. Segura. Eustakio. Tafari. Delgado. To Tillman, out on the left. Plays it backwards to Delgado. Tillman. Segura to Tafari, to Pertwes. Back to Tafari. Segura. Tafari. Pertwes. Palencia. Sun. into Palencia. Keeps the ball. And Ollie tries to get a touch. He doesn't get it. Eustachio to Martinez to Palencia to Eustachio. Back to Tafari. Here's Segura. Buonga taking on Holmes. Holmes tries to get a touch. Holmes gets it, and he goes out for an LAFC throw-in. Buonga will take the throw-in. He will go back to Segura, exactly who I thought was going to take the throw-in. Tafari to Delgado. It just goes all the way to the side, and Palencia. Protest. Delgado goes over the top, looking for Martinez. Finds Martinez. He wins the ball, but Halter is going to get a touch, and it's going to be out for a corner, I would guess. But it could be a throw-in. I think it's a corner for LAFC. It is. Martinez will take. Need to get up and catch it. Do not let them get anything here. Ball comes in. Headed away by Sviatchenko. Only as far as Sonny. Back to Palencia. To Delgado. Buonga. Cross comes in. Headed by Portres. Cleared out by Carlos. Portres saying his shirt was pulled, which is true. We're in the 20th minute. Son takes the corner quickly to Buonga. Buonga beats out Bogusz, but Bogusz is able to get it. And he wins a foul. 70% possession for LAFC, 30 for the Houston Dynamo. I love our kit so much, it's so good. I know a lot of people are hating on it, so stop hating. Sviatchenko. Carlos. Boza. Halter to Guilherme. And the ball is going into this final third. Palencia clears it off an ollie. Eustachio gets it away. Jack isn't able to hold on to it. Tillman, the counter for LAFC here. Jack is going to get a yellow here for stopping a counter. I don't think anyone's in my stream. I think I'm just talking to no one. As usual. I don't know why he did that. I don't think he had to do it yet. Jack being on a yellow early, being one of the midfield two, is not a good thing. Eustachio goes back to Tafari, to Segura, to them, and Son's in behind. Bond clears it away, and it's going to Tafari and to Fortress. We got out of danger there. Tafari. Dynamo backs up their press. To Segura. To Eustachio, to Tafari. Tafari to Cortez. To Martinez, in a lot of space. Takes on an ollie. Guilherme is going to get a touch, but Eustachio is going to go back to the keeper with press from Guilherme. Larice. Not much he's done all day. Goes to Protest and to Palencia. Not a single bit of press here. Into space. Martinez is in behind. Travella ball in, cleared away by Carlos and out for an LAFC corner. Sun was getting there. I wish Carlos could have controlled it for a second and then cleared it into a bit more of a safe position than a corner. Like at least either a throw-in or preferably like keep the ball and get it away. They take the corner fast for Sun and Bouanga. Eustakio, Sun, and Eustakio. And Bogusz gets it. Bogusz is running with a lot of space. Jack. He's against Eustakio. Bogusz keeps it and wins a foul, I think. No, he doesn't. Ref says no. Delgado. Tillman. Goes for net. From 60, 70 yards out. Bond will go quickly to Carlos. Carlos to Halter. What was that? Halter. Sun pressing Bond. Bond forced to push him away. McGlynn. I don't even know who that was. I think that was Buzat. And he just sent it. And it's out for a throw-in. Sun pushed away by Bond. I never even thought that was a sentence I'd ever say. Tillman. What was that? Protests. Martinez. And Ollie holding on to his shorts and foul. No yellow, please. Bozak confused. Not happy with this ref so far. Eustakio. Segura finding Sun in space. Carlos tries to close down the angle. Doesn't get it. Shot wide of the goal for a goal kick for Bond and the Dynamo. And Sun is complaining. He says he wants the corner. Bro, Sun, you know, I've never seen you complain like that, because I remember as a Tottenham fan, I've seen years of watching Sun, and I've never seen him complain like that. That's crazy that he did. Sun goes in on goal and misses, hits the side netting. Halter losing out to Tillman. He's gonna win. No, don't tell me Halter's hurt. He gets up. Good. Bozak, Guilherme, Bozak, Jack McGlynn, to Dwayne Holmes, looking to cross, doesn't get the angle, Jack McGlynn, Bozak, Halter, goes along over the top towards Dwayne Holmes. His header is going to get to Segura, headed away, or cleared away by Bouanga. Carlos gets a touch, Tsiachenko gets it to Bogusz. Or, that's to Jack. Bogusz to Jack. Jack to Guilherme. Guilherme pushed away and cleared away by Martinez. And a lot of space Tillman has to pass to Sun, and he goes down. Carlos is passing backwards. That was dangerous. Holmes Bogush gets tripped by Segura. Bond to Carlos. Bozat. And Ollie. To Bozat. To Jack McGlynn. Goes over the top towards Guilherme, and it hits Guilherme. Guilherme tries to get it through. He does kind of get, and Ollie gets a touch. Portues clears, and Halter will get it. Actually, it will be a throw-in, and Halter will take to Jack. Jack, there is a wide open Dwayne Holmes. Halter and Bozat. To Halter to Sviatchenko. To Jack. To Holmes. Sviatchenko. Jack. Guilherme. Ooh, what happened there? Bozat gets a tackle. Martinez goes over the top towards Boanga. There's a hold there. And a goal kick. Yeah, pulls on Holmes' shoulder. To Guilherme, a goal kick off Halter, and Guilherme with an ollie ahead of him. Goes to Linger, and they call foul, right? No, they call advantage. Bozat, Halter, Carlos, Sviatchenko, Holmes. And out for a throw-in. There wasn't much of a chance Holmes kept that in. But at least we get a throw-in now. Holmes to Guilherme. Guilherme back to Sviatchenko to Guilherme, and he gets wiped out. That's a throw. That's a free kick. And I like this positioning for a Jack or a Guilherme cross. Either way, I'm kind of happy. Waiting for the cross to come in. I see someone with an old Dynamo jersey. That's what, like 2013? Jack and McGlynn over it. Wait, Jack McGlynn and Guilherme over it. Guilherme on his right. Jack on his left. Jack stays over it. Guilherme walks away. Jack takes, swings it in. Headed by Palencia. Headed away only as far as Bogush. To Bozat. To Jack. To Bozat. Dynamo men in the middle to Bogush. Bozat goes back to the keeper. Sun presses. Bond goes along. Finds Bogush to Bozat into Linger, and Jack with a lot of space to Guilherme. Guilherme dribbling, and he loses out to Portues. Tillman in a lot of space. Finds Sun. To Martinez. Sun was offside. Salt Lake's apparently leading Seattle 2-1. What is Sun telling the fourth official? No, that's not the fourth official. That's someone who works for Pro though. Bond clears it away. Isakio to Delgado to Buanga, Segura. A lot of game to go. Isakio. Guilherme tries to get a tackle and he doesn't get it. Palencia into Tillman. Goes down, but that was clearly a dive. Yeah, don't complain. You knew you dived there. You didn't know you knew. I think we get a throw-in for holding the ball too long. A throw-in for holding the ball too long. A yellow card for holding the ball too long. They're showing Buanga unhappy a lot. Oh, Buanga got a yellow. For what? Jack clears it long. Headed up by Isakio. Buzat. Linger gets a header. Bogush. And a ton of just LAFC. It gets the ball stripped away from him. Buanga, Tillman to Isakio to Delgado to Isakio. Palencia. Tafari. Bertress. Segura. Tafari. Finds Sun. Halter wins the ball. Bozat. Guilherme. To Jack. To Holmes. Jack. To Guilherme. To Holmes out on the left, or out on the right, I mean. Dribbles a bit more into Bogush. He doesn't get it. Cleared away by Portes. Delgado. If Holmes got there, that could have been really dangerous for Elias, or for us. Martinez, still going. Tries to get a touch, and Buanga has miles of space. Shot, saved, with a lot on the goal line. Saved again, cleared away by Halter. What a save by Jonathan Bond! Alright, in the corner for LAFC. Sun had way too much space in Buanga too. Where is Dwayne Holmes? I still don't see him in the image. I still am seeing Bogush jog back, but I still don't see Dwayne Holmes. Martinez, catch it and then run. Headed in and then away by Holmes. Guilherme, Palencia, Delgado. We have a problem somewhere. Ref stops play. Carlos hurt. Captain Carlos. The Brazilian center back wearing number 3 and the captain's armband. He's in pain. I'm not sure what happened here. Net cam is going to show us, I think, the Buanga shot. Yeah. Parried away by Bond. Why is an ollie falling into the net? I just realized he gets up almost immediately. And then Bond gets a second save off Sun. Sakio will take it. And pass to Portes. Tess, Tafari, Segura, back to Tafari. Only 7 minutes to go in half before stoppage for Tess. Tafari. And he goes to Delgado, finds Buwanga, goes to that's not Delgado, I don't know who that is though. Sun in space, Buzat clears away. There's a throw-in. Throw-in? No, he says handball against Bozak, and he's gonna give him a yellow. No, he's not. Wait, what happened here then? No, he heads it into his own arm. That can't be a handball, right? That's not how... Okay, I really need someone to go through the rules for me and tell me if that's, like, actually illegal. If you head it into your own arm, is that illegal? He headed it into his arm. And also, I don't know why you're saying it hit your chest. It did not. I see Diesel. Sun takes a lot of great free kicks. So, I'm terrified. I need Bond to cover the net perfectly. Wall and, wait, hold on. Huh? Apparently we have the ball. Carlos just boots it away. Bogusz gets a header. Holmes can Linger get to it? He can't. Throw in LAC. Segura goes quick to Purchase. Looking up and passes to Palencia. Purchase. Delgado. Tafari. Purchase. Martinez. Tafari. Segura. Tafari. Martinez. Tafari. In the 41st minute now. Over the top towards Sun, headed away by Sviatchenko. Elias is going to get a touch. Sun, and he keeps going. And Palencia. Cross. Buwanga. Can he reach it? He can. It's a goal kick for the Dynamo. Holmes into Bogusz. Bogusz dribbling. Goes back to Holmes. Into Linger. Dribbles back. It's Guilherme. He's going to shoot, and it's way over the bar. Linger should have played it quicker. If he does, and Guilherme gets another second if he gets a second to get it right, then it is probably 1-0, unless the Reese compulsive thing was happening. That's a good idea, I'll say. It didn't work though. Stocchio to Palencia. David Martinez. Segura. I don't even know Segura. I don't know, to Palencia. Delgado. Eustachio. Delgado. Cortez. Tafari. LAFC looking to get a chance before stoppage. Tafari. All our men are behind the ball. Tafari. Cortez. Son in a lot of space. Carlos gets a touch. Guilherme. And the Dynamo wins a free kick. David Martinez holding his hamstring. In pain. We have 7 subs. Maurer, Gillingham, Herrera, Marcanic, and Maigo, Arana, and then Augustine Resch. Also Diadi, Segu. I somehow forgot about it. On their bench they have more. Hassel, Boyd, Raposo, Hollingshead, Ordaz, Smolyakov, Nielsen, Boudry, and Chiorne. McGlynn to Carlos. McGlynn hasn't been like doing much. Boza and to Linger and Guilherme. Delgado. A lot of times to go. Sakio. Segura with a lot of space. Into Bwanga. Up against Holmes. To cross. And it's over everybody. Guilherme will get it. We'll play it off LAFC and out for a throw-in. Looking for an ollie there. 2 minutes. Dynamo, can we get a goal before half? Let's hope the Dynamo will get. Alright, let's say Guilherme. Let's go. Halter to Linger. It goes to Cortez for his control to Delgado to Segura to Delgado to Sun. Sun turns, a lot of space. Where is Anali? Palencia. It's deflected and out for a Dynamo throw-in. Delgado, Bwanga, Cortez. Last chance of the half seems to be for LAFC. Here's Palencia to Cortez. Martinez, touched by Halter, but it doesn't do much. Goes back to Eustachio from Palencia. Delgado plays a line ball to Sun. Sun is going to go down, and Carlos is going to get a yellow card. Carlos sent off. For what? For what was Carlos sent off for? Sun goes down. Ref points at his leg. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card, but it's not a red. This is going to be a nightmare of a second half. Captain Antonio Carlos sent off. VAR, go and please tell him to go to the monitor. This is a yellow card. This isn't a red. This isn't a red. Alright. Well, who comes off next, then, I guess? It's got to be one of Guilherme, Linger, and Bogusz. And I guess it has to be Bogusz. much does it hurt to say it? It has to be bogus. That was not a red card. That call was terrible. It's a yellow card, but it's not a red card. We might be cooked. Salgado goes into Sun here. Touch. That's low though. That is really low. That is bottom of his foot. That contact was really low. This has got to send him to VAR. Come on, VAR, send him to VAR. Send him to the monitor. Please. Is Carlos still on the field? Okay, you're about to get a fine. Our captain sent off. Please. This is never a red card. And it looks like ref is not going to be sent to the monitor. Even though he should be. Can I add another like text? Oops. I can't. It doesn't work. It's halftime. Alright. We are about to have a terrible game. Sugar cookie. I don't agree with the call. His contact is low. to the bottom of the heel, not above the ankle. Never a red card. Never a red card. Never a red card. Oh, this hurts so bad knowing that we're gonna lose this now. Alright. That's absolutely what I wanted to see so badly. I wanted to see Carlos get a red card. That's absolutely what I wanted. I am a bit upset. Alright, first half starts, they get a chance. Segura over the top to Sun. Sun takes the ball and dribbles and shoots, and it hits the side netting. Great. Now we need LAFC to get a red card, or we are cooked. This is not looking good. I stare in disbelief. Carlos being a vital part of our team. Augustine Resch has to come on at halftime, right? For who, though? It makes absolutely no sense, that call. That should be a yellow all day. I'm gonna plug in my phone for a bit. Get some charge so it gets up to like a 70 at least. I don't even know if it's charging. It doesn't say. Checking really quick. It is charging. This is the way we hoped. I was gonna say it was actually a pretty good half, and then Carlos gets sent off. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. I don't know how, but we gotta win somehow. A little upset with how that half ended. I disagree with calling it a red. Looking at some of the scores, San Jose won 2-0. They're still perfect. Salt Lake won 2-1. Dallas and Nashville are tied 0-0. Atlanta are still winless. Columbus leads Kansas City, the only goal in the 7:30 kickoff game. Vancouver and Toronto apparently just kicked off, which makes sense. It'll be about 2 minutes ago. We have LA Galaxy and Charlotte to end the night after Vancouver and Toronto in the Canadian Derby. That's what I call Toronto and Vancouver. I didn't know what that just said on my screen, but I'm choking on my own spit. It's Canadian Classique in Toronto, Montreal, and I don't remember what I call Montreal, Vancouver for some reason. They show Sun's heat map here. Passes completed 13, touches 22. Distance covered in miles is 2.9. I think we might be cooked. We may have the worst second half of all time. So we're about to be back in the second half in the next 5 minutes, probably. Like, if I'm not wrong, it's probably going to be like 8:45 when we kick off. Alright. It's just not going our way. At the end of that half. And this game could go south very fast. Alright. I'm just not happy. Let's go Dynamo. Please win it. I don't see more than one world where we win. We get a late winner, and we defend out. We get a late goal, we defend out. Everything else, I don't even know exactly. I assume I've seen Resh comes in for like Matty Bogush. someone in the support group, Watchalong, and the Dynamo Faithful, and Surge. Okay, and I'm just not sure about this. I'm not like confident. And kickoff will be in the next minute. And we are making a sub. It looks like it's Augustine Resch, and that makes sense. I will not be surprised if it is Augustine Resch. It's who comes off. To me, it's gotta be Matty Bogus. Captain's armband. Now that we don't have Artur or Antonio Carlos, it's gotta be. It's not Linger, I don't think. Not Guilherme or Bogus, because one of them's coming off. It's not. I mean, it could be Jack. It's not Bozak. I don't think it's Holmes. He's already in a hard role. I don't think it's an Ollie either. Hard role. I don't think it's Halter. Resch comes in for 9. It's Linger that comes off. That's shocking. Captain's armband. Resch makes his MLS debut as a Dynamo player. This is terrible. Alright. Guilherme gets us underway for 45 minutes. That might be terrible. Headed by Protest to Tafari. Stakio. To Tillman, to Buonga, to Delgado, to Tillman, to Delgado, to Eustachio, to Martinez. Jack tackled, and Martinez, they're going to give the Dynamo a foul here. Augustine Resch in his debut. Loaned in from Dynamo 2. I was terrified of something like this happening. I do not think Augustine Resch is ready. The last game he played in that wasn't like preseason was a college for Seton Hall. He goes to Sviatchenko. He's playing central center back. Lloris sweeps it to Bozak. Bozak from midfield. Hits the crossbar. Portres just cleared it away. How did Bozak just hit the crossbar? Halter with the throw. We're playing now a 3-4-2. Halter to Augustine Resch. Bond clears it away. Holmes can't reach. Delgado to Eustachio to Tillman. Tillman looking and finds Fortress to Palencia. Tafari. Delgado to Buonga out on the left. Taking on Holmes, gets the ball into Tillman. Jack clears it away. Guilherme and Bogus have to play the double striker together. Stakio. Guilherme's playing a little bit higher. Delgado. This feels like Seattle all over again. Martinez. Tafari. Oh wait, that's for Tess. Into Tafari. Segura. Delgado into Tess. Eustachio. Into Segura. LAFC's line is really high. Buonga. Eustachio. A lot of space for Segura to cross. Holmes is barely marking. Eustachio. Looking to cross, but doesn't. Finds Delgado. Delgado in a lot of space. Martinez. Vitesse to Delgado, cleared away by Sviatchenko, and Ollie's able to keep it from being a corner. Bogusz stops it from being able to get a chance. Vitesse to Delgado, Eustakio, Segura, Bouanga, and a lot of space. Crosses, scissor or karate kicked away by Holmes. Eustakio, Segura. I see a diesel at the bottom of the screen. Eustakio. Holmes to Jack. And out to the boot to Guilherme. And Guilherme just walks off the field. They're showing Bozat's strike, which hit the crossbar. Tillman. A lot of game to go. Bouanga. Eustakio. A touch gotten to by Guilherme, and he's fouled. That's a yellow card to Marquis Delgado. That could help us. The best chance of the game has been Bozat's like halfway line strike that hit the crossbar. It was an inch downward from being the goal of the season in match day 2. Tillman and Ollie. He's gonna win a throw. Halter will take it. Augustine Resch, I don't know if he was expecting his MLS debut tonight. I'm really hoping for Ronda's debut, but I don't even know if it's even worth it in this game. A 15-year-old against this LAFC defense. Honestly, I know he's good, so maybe it's actually a really good thing. Bouanga into Tillman, a lot of Segura to Bouanga to Delgado, finds Tillman in a lot of space. So Palencia crosses, cleared away by Halter out for a throw-in. This is going to be a lot of defending of a half. Vertes, Delgado with a red. I just don't see how we win this unless defense does really well and we get a lucky counter. Segura, or they get a red card. Sun, Bouanga, Delgado, Palencia looking to cross. Martinez to Delgado, crosses. Tillman, Son, what a save by the keeper, and the offside flag went up. Okay, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Thank God. That didn't go in. Resch got the clearance, but it didn't matter as Tillman was already offside. Ooh, is he really offside? I think that stands if it's a goal. He gets a touch. Halter. Good touch. Son is in behind. Sviatchenko just sends it away. Bogusz in trouble. Bozak, can he get a tackle in? Tillman in the corner. They're going to give the Dynamo a throw-in. I don't even know who's wearing the armband. Halter. We have a plus 1100 odds, 15.4% chance. They have 51.4% chance, and they're like minus 240 odds. We are cooked. What is that call? How is that a free kick? What? Alright. Defense, please do your job for the rest of the game. I guess for the rest of the time, actually, we should probably do some good defense. You keep them out. Martinez will whip this one in. Headed up by Resch. Holmes, and it's out for a corner. Alright, Dynamo. 35 minutes to go. Delgado in a lot of space, shoots, and what a goal. Son gets an assist. No one sits by Delgado. No one presses him. It's 1-0. It's Seattle all over again. Bring on Arana. Arana will win this game for us. Bring on Arana. Bogusz. To Halter. Bogusz to Anali. Bogusz. Halter. To Jack McGlynn. Jack McGlynn. To Bogusz. A lot of space for him here. Anali, make a run. To Sviatchenko. Holmes. Dribbles. Sviatchenko. Bozak. McLean. Resch. And we have a counterattack here coming. Tillman. Sun, a lot of space. Gets pulled down. Ref says no. I'm actually really surprised about that. I thought that was a foul. Holmes fouled, I think. Halter to Bogusz. To Bozak. to McGlynn, to Bogusz. McGlynn. What was that? I need to write something down. And Son is in behind. Shot saved by Jonathan Bond, and the offside flag goes up. I look up and he's in behind. Are we serious? I had a feeling he was offside because all I knew was he was miles ahead of our back line. Let's go. What an offside trap by Resch. Pulled his hand a few seconds forward, and Bond makes a beautiful save to, oh my gosh, Dynamo, come on, you could have had that. 60th minute now, 25 minutes to go, or 30 minutes to go. To Bawanga, Tafari, Eustakio, Tess. Tess, Segura, Sunny. Is it Sunny? It is, right? Tafari forced to go back to the keeper, Hugo Lloris, to protest. Into Delgado, Segura, Bawanga, Sunny, Delgado, Eustakio to Bawanga, into Delgado, into Segura, into Eustakio, into Bawanga, into Eustakio, Eustakio, Tafari, Protest, into Delgado, into Eustakio, to Bawanga. A lot of space. Hits Guilherme. Guilherme gets a touch of the ball. Why? Why do you not call that? Segura takes the throw in. Sorry. Cortez. Delgado. Eustakio. Caught by Bond. For those of you joining now, we have a red card, and Resch came on for Linger and Ollie, taking on his man. That's a foul. Chance. And does the ref pull out his yellow? He does. I don't see a way win it anymore. Even if we get a goal, that's crazy coming back from this. And a red card is like pretty much it, I guess. Jack and Bogusz over it. Can Resch get his first career goal in a lone game? Supposed to be playing in next pro, but has to play due to a red card for Antonio Carlos. Bogusz shoots, blocked by Son. And and Ollie. Can Holmes get there? Sort of. It's a goal kick for LAFC. Not in the way I wanted him to get there. Sakio to Valencia to Cortez to Tafari to Segura. LAFC making a sub, it looks like. Segura, Tafari. Uwanga, Segura, Cortez to Tafari, Segura, Uwanga, Jack, Bozai, Guilherme. Tillman. Cortez. Sonny. Tillman. 65 coming on for LAFC. I don't know who that is. Tafari. Cortez. And not only tries to win a tackle, but LAFC is able to keep it. Martinez shoots, blocked by Resch. Here is Sun. Bogus. Boudry. In for Martinez. If the Dynamo are smart here, we need to do something different. That's gonna get Guilherme and Bogush more chances to score. Bozat to Resch to McGlynn. McGlynn with a lot of space to Holmes. To McGlynn. To Bozat. To Resch. Sviatchenko. McGlynn. Bogus. Segura. Tillman. Stakio. Tagato. Mwanga. Segura. Tafari. Cortez. Sakio. Bozat helping press now. Tafari. Guilherme. Not to Guilherme, to Sakio. And I wasn't even looking at Guilherme, I was looking at Jack. Delgado to Sun to Cortez. To Tillman. Boudry, right? Resch, or I was Sviatchenko. Alter. Bozai. And Ollie. I think any hope of getting anything from this game is pretty much gone. Bozai. This is Boudry's debut for LAFC. To Resch. Bozai. switches it to Holmes. McGlynn to Sviatchenko. McGlynn. Holmes. McGlynn. Bond goes long, looking for Guilherme. Guilherme's gonna get it. And Bogusz and Anali to his left. Bogusz. Anali to his left. Box to his right. Anali. Bozak. McGlynn. To Bogusz. McGlynn. To Halter. In a string of possession. To Guilherme. Bogusz. Holmes. Sviatchenko. Holmes. Cleared out for a Dynamo throw-in. And a good chance. Not really able to do anything in the box, though. I don't remember the last time we had a touch in the box. Alright. The Florida Derbies, the Sunday Night Soccer. Holmes will take a long throw in. Everyone is high up except for Bozak. We're in the 71st minute now. It's the last 20 minutes. Cleared away by Martinez. Hold on. What? Freeman stops play for some reason. Why? I don't know what they're looking for. McGlynn. Holmes. Sviatchenko to Resch. Resch to Halter. Caught by Lloris. Segura. Delgado. Boudry. Goes back to Tafari. Protests. They've completed almost 500 passes. Tafari. Protests. To Estacchio. To Delgado. To Sun. To Delgado. To Segura. Estacchio. Tafari. Estacchio. Tillman. Estacchio. Delgado. Boudry. Sun. Cut out by Resch and cleared away. He's been the only bright spot in this game. Segura. Sun. Boudry. Delgado. Estacchio. Wide open Timothy Tillman. Cortez. Tafari. Segura. Delgado. Buanga. Segura. Buanga's cross. Sun. Bogusz will start a counter. Looked for Guilherme, but it just beats. But Tafari just gets it. Delgado. Tillman. Who was out on the right? I'm actually so confused. Segura. Sun. Cleared by Sviatchenko. Kind of. Not yet. Holmes. To Jesse Tillman. Eustachio. To Delgado. To Eustachio. Delgado. Eustachio. Sonny. Segura. Bogush. Luanga. Bozak. Guilherme just dribbles into 4 LAFC players. Not much he can do there. Dynamo player off the bench, right? Delgado. I mean, you gotta at least probably bring in like a Rana. Like, this is like the perfect game to bring him in since you're not gonna win. Ref stops play or doesn't. To the byline. A lot of space for LAFC. What a tackle! Still in and cleared away. Guilherme with Bogush to his right. Runs down the left. Eustachio chasing him. Goes on the outside. His cross. Blocked it out for a corner. All of that was Guilherme. I guess except for the tackle that was done by Guilherme there. Hector Herrera, welcome back. And he comes in for Dwayne Holmes? What? Who's at right wing back? I mean, it has to be Jack, right? It makes the most sense. Jack's corner, Herrera in the middle, comes in, Resch is up, Nolly, Herrera not able to get it, Udry, Trevelic pass into Sun, Resch, no, you idiot, that wasn't Resch, that was Bozat, no, not again! 77. I get Chelsea vibes now. Did I send it? Please tell me I sent it. I'm so upset with myself now. Like, everything is going wrong. Oh, I did send it. Can I pen? No, I'm gonna have to go into my tablet. Of course I am. That's choice, honestly. Looking back, it is the correct decision. Please bring on Arana. Nine men. I get a lot of deja vu. Segura. Delgado. Tafari. Delgado. Sakio. Boudry. Segura. Tafari. Palencia. Tillman. Palencia to the byline. Headed away by Halter. Jack is at right wing back, by the way. The Dynamo win the ball. Does Herrera have the debut thing? If only that shot from Buzat from halfway made it in. If only it did. Still going, it's Boudry. Tibawonga. Segura. Sun. Tillman. Wide. We're not in this game, though. We are not in this game. Yes, it went wide, but that's only stopping another goal. It's not like we have a chance to win. A draw is even... This is not as unlikely as a win, but it's like gotta be like... Our chances of winning have to be like 0.1. And our chances of drawing have to be like under 3%. Bond. Herrera's header. Jack at right wing back. Bouanga. Segura. Bouanga. Boudry in a lot of space. Halter. What a tackle. Boudry. Bouanga. Delgado. Stacchio. I have so much deja vu from Tottenham versus Chelsea. I hate my head. Why did I watch that game? Why am I watching this game? Stacchio. Boudry. Delgado into Segura. Danny Bouanga. Segura. Bouanga shoots and it's off of I think McGlynn for a corner. Please bring on Arana. That would be so good. At least something good comes out of it. Sun and Bouanga. Delgado. This time not able to shoot. Eustachio. Now it's this one. Of course it is. Just bring on Arana. And I'm happy. We were never gonna win this one, but I didn't expect this. Multiple banger. I knew as soon as the shot was taken that it was going to happen yet again. Stacchio smiling hated. And Ollie, 9 men Dynamo. One goes long. Stacchio. Boudry. Bouanga. Corner. Halter puts it out. If you ask me, time to just bring on Arana and Mechanic. Bouanga, Sun. I hate this image. Sun taking on Jack McLean to Bouanga. Cross comes in, far post, and that's not good at all. Mechanic and Samaseku. 20, so Guilherme and Sviatchenko. Was Jack just given the armband? That's crazy. Alright, well please bring on Arana with your last sub. We're not going to win this one, so just bring on Arana. Let him get some minutes in MLS. And Ollie. Bogusz. Let's get a goal back at least for goal difference reasons. And Ollie. What a save. Jack to take. I've never edited this. Bruh, where is it? Where'd it go? Headed away, LAFC. And there are 2v1. Samaseku the only back. Udry. Sun. Shoots. Segura somehow doesn't get the rebound. And a goal kick. Resh, Bond, goes along to Samaseku, to Jack, to Bogusz. Looks for Nick Marcanic, Tafari, they get it, and cleared away. Vitesse. Segura, Udry, Bouanga, 2 subs coming for LAFC. Who's 66? When did he come in? Safari. It's not looking good. Son. Honestly, just don't concede another one. I just don't want this game to finish 4-0 or 3-0. Eustachio. Cross, what a save. Go Bond. Matthew Arana! Let's go! In for Jack McLean. 15-year-old debut, 3rd youngest player in MLS history. Right? It's like 3rd. It's something like that. I don't even know if that's exactly it. Debut for the 15-year-old. Let's go. Let's get Arana a goal. Let's go, Arana. Boyd and Nielsen. To be fair though, we can take out of this match that we held LAFC, a team that beat Miami 3-0 with 11 men, with us with 9 men, Only 2-0 right now. Could change. Sun. Cleared away. Sun against Arana. I don't think Arana knew even a year ago that he was going to have a chance of playing against Sun. Best assist, and it's literally not one of the assists of the goal. Alright, and we're in the 90th minute now. And then we have stoppage, and then my pain and suffering is over for this game. Bouanga. Uchi. Herrera can't get it. Sonny. Still going. Here's an ollie. A lot of pace he has. To Bogusz. To an ollie. Goes to Herrera. Arana's first MLS touch. Looks and finds Samaseku. To Bogusz. Samaseku. To Halter. 6 minutes. Herrera. To an ollie. We just want an Arana goal. We all just want an Arana goal. Herrera. Finds Bogusz. A lot of space. Why did he shoot? If he gets Marcanic there, it's 1-2. And we get a goal back. Alright, Cortez. Valencia. Sonny. Udry. Arana gets a touch. Marcanic tries to take it the other way. Gets fouled. Herrera to Bogusz. Herrera. Loses out to Udry. He's so careless. Son. Udry and a lot of space. What a save. Herrera. Resch gets it cleared. Stakio. Segura. Segura. Safari. Stakio. Cortez. Or it's Boyd, I mean. Cortez. Boyd. Can't believe Boyd went from LA Galaxy to Nashville to LAFC. Ryler Rees. Safari. Segura. Into Bouanga. Safari. Chornier. Which is 66. I figured that out. Segura. Bouanga. Bouanga. Third by, and then Boudry, and then Bouanga, and then Segura. Offside. We want a Matthew Arana goal. Bond. Halter. Herrera. Taking this the other way. Here's Bogusz. To Herrera. Halter. Switches it. Boyd. Arana tried to get a touch. According to XG, we should pretty much be tied here. Tafari, Segura, Bwanga. Sakio. And Boyd. Son. I just heard my sister scream. I said, what? Herrera. And Ollie. Going for the Dynamo. This is 2 minutes from being over. Ollie. Herrera. Bogush. Bwanga, Son. How did he miss? All we want is an Arana goal. That's all I want. Resh. Bogush wins it back. Resh clears it all the way to the center field. Any second now. Cortez, Tafari, and that is final. Putting Vancouver on. Alright, let's get into the post-match reaction. Alright. Welcome to the fake shot, everybody who's watching this video. The Houston Dynamo lost 2-0 to LAFC. I put the highlights of the reaction on my YouTube channel to go watch it. You should just click on my channel and then go to the videos tab. In this game against LAFC, our team had a pretty good first half of defense. Looked really great. We didn't look terrible. We didn't attack much. We didn't have much of the ball, to be fair. We didn't have like any really big chances, except for 2, which came in the second half, which is actually crazy. But at the end of the first half, Antonio Carlos sees the red card, and later in the game, Bozat sees the same red card. One for dogs, so one for violent conduct. And I disagree with the violent conduct red. Carlos runs into Son, and I think the contact is lower than the angle, but the refs disagree. They didn't even review. I mean, they took it to VAR, but they didn't go to the monitor. But the Bozat won. Counterattack, Boudry plays it to Son, and Bozat holds on to Son's shirt, and Son stops. And as soon as I saw that happen, I just knew. I knew Bozat was going to see red. It made too much sense. Literally the laws of the game. Can't debate it. Always red. In the first half, a lot of defense. They were holding a lot of the ball early, and then in like times, like in minutes, a lot of the time LAFC like had the ball for the first 4 minutes, then we had the ball for the next 4 minutes, and then they had the ball for the next 4 minutes, and then not much else happened in that half. Sun wins the ball in our box. Carlos tries to defend, and he doesn't get to it. Sun turns on Carlos, and Sun hits the side netting. And they said, or Sun tried to complain and say Bond saved it, but yeah, we all know that that wasn't saved. I guess next we talk about how LAFC plays a through ball into Bouanga. He's wide open, shoots, and it's saved by Bond. Sun gets it off the rebound. He takes a second shoot. He does, and it's saved by Bond. Then we saw Sun get tackled by Carlos, and Carlos see red. Buzat starts the second half hitting the crossbar. It actually gave me a bit of hope, not gonna lie. From the halfway line, it was actually kind of crazy, but I was so foolish to see hope. At halftime I knew it was over, and then I saw hope when Buzat hit the crossbar. And then in the 55th minute, Bouanga, they got a corner. Bouanga passed to Sun, and then Sun dribbled a bit and passed it to Delgado. And Delgado, as soon as I saw him shoot, I knew shot came in. I was like, "On, please," in my head, and then it went in, and I knew it was over. And then in the 77th minute, obviously Buzat was sent off after Dogso on Sun. And then I remember before that, Guilherme had a really nice run after Buzat had a tackle that looked really crazy. As soon as that happened, I knew it was over. I knew it was really, really, really over. And Resch came on at halftime. That was a really good sub. He looked amazing in his debut. For having 10 men for most of the match and then 9 men, he defended really well. I have to give him credit. Probably our man of the match. Now, if we look back at the highlights, Tillman got the ball a lot in the box, and he somehow missed, honestly. Shot went wide. And then at 82, Sun and Bouanga do the thing again, and Delgado gets it, this time pressed by Bogusz. Passed it to Eusakio, and the shot went off. I was like, no way, it happens again. It's going to. And then it did. And I was just like, can just Arana get subbed on at this point? And then at the 86th minute, and Ollie had some magic after a Bogusz pass, but it got saved and out for a corner. Then Arana got subbed on, and I was really happy. He's like the 3rd or 4th or 5th youngest player in MLS history to get subbed on. And then at 90+5, Sun drags a shot wide that he should have really scored. Alright. Well, this LAFC team went to, hosted Miami last Saturday, and this Miami team got destroyed. 3-0. Did not look good at all. LAFC was the better team by far, and they won 3-0. This game, it took them 10 men and then 9 men to score 2 goals. One with 10, one with 9. And Sun and Bouanga and Martinez, the 3 players I was scared of, neither of them scored. The one who did, the ones who did, Marky Delgado and Steven Uzacchio. I'm upset. We really could have won this. If Carlos doesn't get sent off, if Bozat doesn't get sent off, neither of these games go really. I think this game goes really well for us, actually. I'm actually kind of proud of the team. They did really well for a situation they should not have done well in. I have to applaud. Really good from the Dynamo. I'm impressed. Really should have been destroyed, but got away with it. Got away with it, I guess. We still lost, but we should have lost this like 5-0. I really thought this was over. Like at halftime, and I guess it really was, but like we got pretty much killed. And that was not a great game for the Dynamo. Really upset with how we looked in the first half, because if we got something there, then I think we win. But every good thing we did was in the second half, and we got a red card in the second half, and we defended all the time in the second half, and we conceded 2 goals in the second half. It kind of sucked. And all the good things happened, we also had a ton of bad things happen. I'm really so sad that we didn't win that, when we really could have. Now Dynamo are 1-0-1 or 1-1-0, depending on how you see it. Do you see it the European or American way? I see it the European way. Not how I wanted this game to go. I really wanted to win this, though I can't say I expected us to win. I really thought we were going to get destroyed, and kinda, but not in any way that I thought. I'm happy to see Arana get his debut. I've been supporting the guy since I was 11. He was 12. Glad to see Augustine Resch get a great debut, especially with how we've had with debut center backs a lot recently. Just Femi Awadesu, like coming out of college, it's like, yeah, we know. Though Femi had a whole Dynamo 2 season. Resch had just preseason for the Dynamo, and he looked pretty good. None of our subs did really anything. Mechanic barely touched the ball. Samaseku looked fine. Arana looked really good when he had a chance to do anything. Who was our other sub? It was Herrera. Herrera was good. I'm happy with how he played. But he also gave it away, and that's when like Sun dragged a shot wide in the 95th minute. I really think that our man of the match was actually Augustine Resch, believe it or not. McGlynn did everything in his power, but I think he could have done much better still. Langer got subbed off at halftime. I feel really bad. He was a workhorse, did the workhorse in the first half, and then Guilherme and Boas still looked good when they were alone at the top. Bozat still looked really good even though he got sent off. And Ollie and Holmes, I have to applaud them. They looked really good against David Martinez and Denny Bowanga. Sviatchenko and Halter, they held it down pretty well. Carlos looked really good in the first half, and then he got sent off. I think that sucked for him. He would have had a great game if he didn't get sent off. Bond, it's a really great game from him. He made a ton of amazing saves. I remember him making a save against Sun, but it ended up being offside, so I didn't write it down. Though I want to go into the first red, I don't think it was a red card. I think it was a yellow card. I believe that the true decision there should have been a yellow card. I think it was low. We'll see in the... Or they didn't go to the monitors, so we won't get to see it. An instant review thing from the pro do. The professional referee do. That was not the greatest ending to the game. Good first half. Actually, pretty decent second half. Just like, wish we had a bit more of the ball. Wish we didn't get another red card. Wish we attacked more. I know we had 10 men against a superpower of a team. I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching my video. Goodbye. Alright. For everyone on the live stream, thanks for joining.